You were pumped up with yesterday's verdict.
Sure.
From one Damian Musiani, the judge who is in with us today. Sir Damian, how are you?
I'm doing just fine. Mike, PT, I think I know why PT was celebrating. I mean, he tries very, very hard. So, I mean, it's sort of like getting that reward after you've put in your time. He's got his stories nice and early, puts a lot of fear into it. I have to say, he earned his win yesterday.
He did try hard. He always tries hard.
Thank you.
But the station earned a win yesterday. I mean, you guys raised, well, I mean, we got $10,000 from Dana White, but I mean, all the food, all the supplies, what a great event. I know you guys have been talking about it, but I just figured I would chip it as well and say it was just an awesome time yesterday at the Golden Nugget.
I agree, Judge. I was happy to be there.
It was very cool. By the way, the listeners did a great job with all of the donations that they brought to us both yesterday and all week the 2 weeks leading up to it. It was a little overwhelming to see all that stuff out there. It really was.
Hope it lasts for many, many years to come. So let's get started on this. PT looking for 2 in a row, and 2 in a row with Governor Christie. He went on CNN to defend his actions against that mouthy Cubs fan at a ball game. Now, again, we don't do politics on 3 from the Guys, so this take is strictly nonpartisan. There are 2 pictures here. We only got to see the governor's response, not the Cubs fans' original words. The video started recording when they were already looking at each other about 3 inches away, separated only by a big bowl of nachos. So the fan says he only told Christie that he sucks and he's a hypocrite. Christie told Jake Tapper on CNN that it was really awful stuff that the guy said that kids shouldn't hear. Well, I mean, a little kid hears the word hypocrite and he probably thinks about a hippo, which Christie does resemble. Let's be honest here. Chris Christie sat in Jerry Jones's box at the Link for an Eagles game. I know firsthand he was called worse names at the Link. So, I mean, I'm siding with this smug Cubs fan, who I also do not like for completely non-Chris Christie reasons. But I think Chris Christie overstepped his boundaries there. Michael,
yes,
as
sir.
reported yesterday in my SportsCenter updates, Allen Iverson blew off a Big 3 basketball game where he was a coach and captain, apparently, according to TMZ, to gamble in a Chicago casino. Now, I just saw this on Sunday, but this whole plot line, I think, was in the TV show Ballers. Do you guys watch Ballers?
I do.
I do as well.
One of the players is in a casino losing millions of dollars. I'm thinking Allen Iverson must watch Ballers on HBO, and then he goes out and copies everything that happens and gets himself into trouble. I think AI should switch to maybe This Is Us or something safe on TV. I mean, he's just going from something where there's not a gambling or he's getting himself into trouble. I mean, he's going from casino to casino. We know how this ends, right, guys? Somebody's going to end up digging a hole in the desert. Come on, Alan. This isn't the NBA. We're talking about Big 3. Big 3. Not the NBA. Not the NBA. Not the NBA, but Big 3. We're talking about Big 3.
I see what you're doing there, Judge.
Thank you, PT. Hey, speaking of you, PT, the East Carolina Pirates football team did the coolest thing ever. They're sending out Game of Thrones-like scholarship offers to players on burnt parchment with Old English writing and wax seals stamped by the hand of the king. I love it because the Pirates, the East Carolina University Pirates, they always seem to steal a couple games a year like a pirate, don't they? They upset UCF last year. They always either beat Virginia Tech or Houston, and then they suck for the rest of the year. But they always steal a couple games. I say this is a great idea. Go out all out with this. Change the school name to the University of Westeros. Make all the students wear pirate uniforms. They all have to read Treasure Island as required reading. And then they give you treasure maps to find your classes, huh? And then the theater department can only produce the Pirates of Penzance or Pirates of the Caribbean for their production.
Every year.
I think it's a great gimmick. They should roll with it. MG, NFL Network's Heath Evans broke down all the Seattle Seahawks games on Sunday, but they were the games from 2016. And he almost got all of them right, too. I mean, the thing is when he was going off on how the Seahawks played against the teams last year for comparison, so it's kind of hard to mess up history. I feel bad for Evans because I don't think this was his fault. This is clearly a summer intern mistake at NFL Network. And you just know right now there is an unemployed 20-year-old student from Santa Cruz College, all because he or she pulled up the wrong schedule for broadcast. And, I mean, what can I say? This is what happens when you combine Pokemon and medical marijuana. You end up flashing back to 2016 all day. I can say that this is not the way the 973 interns behave. And I can say that yesterday, the interns and our location staff did a great job, way better than anybody at the NFL Network could ever do. And yeah, I mean, yesterday was no exception. They do a great job all the time.
Who was that
That's
yesterday?
the end of my plug.
That was that Lauren Lamastra and
Nick
Costco yesterday.
And, of course,
Jen was there.
Staff,
Jen was there, too. Great job by everybody. PT, so Sergio Garcia got married, and I guess even though the regular wedding picture showed him in a traditional tux, he put on his master's jacket to dance with his new wife. Plus, in that picture, he had a green tie, green shoes. He looks like a leprechaun on steroids. I mean, look, I'm not here to judge, even though I'm judging you guys. If a woman says it's okay to wear that at the wedding, I mean, who are we to say no, okay? That's great. But there is only, the only reason you wear a green blazer at Augusta, okay? You're supposed to wear it at Augusta, and that's it. And this is because if you wear a green blazer at a wedding, people are going to keep handing you their car keys because they think you're the valet. Or
hey, can you park
you
this?
might look like a sports play-by-play announcer. They used to wear the green jackets on the ABC Wide World of Sports.
That's right.
Way back in the 70s.
Yeah,
so I mean, now if he ends up wearing the jersey, the blazer, let's say, while he's consummating the marriage, and then be play-by-play, I mean, that could be really interesting. He could be doing his own commentary. Sergio goes for his long iron to cut through that heavy rough around her back nine.
Wow.
Michael, Marshawn Lynch got a little sassy with NFL Network reporter Colleen Wolfe yesterday. And this is a little interesting because Colleen did some Phillies TV work a few years back for PHL 17, as did I. And it's unfair for women to be put in this situation. And I had already written this down, but PT already alluded to it. This reminded me so much of that Monday Night Football game in 2003 when Joe Namath got lit and then tried to seduce Susie Colbert on national TV. And then he was way more interesting than his commentary on the Jets. This is my imitation of Joe Namath in 2003. The play in that last play, he looked really good on that play. Let me tell you about Chad Pennington. I love Chad Pennington because he throws the ball. Hey, Susie, give me a kiss. Give me a kiss, Susie. Just ridiculous. In any case, if you watch that tape, and for what it's worth, I mean, Colleen Wolfe did kind of put her hand on Marshawn Lynch's back. She was kind of maybe patting him on the back a little bit. I don't know if you consider that to be first blood, but as soon as that happened, he put his hand almost around her on her chair. Then the next thing you know, he's asking her out for soul food. And I don't know if that's code word for something else. I don't follow the lingo. In any case, it's the end of 3 from the guys. A great job from both of you. And I'm going to go with, I have to go with the most creative story of the day, which is, matey, we're going to make you walk the plank at East Carolina Pirates. PT, you have won 3 from the guys.
Yes! We have a winner. Congratulations. You are one of life's winners. We'll be right back.
All right, I don't know how that beats the guy giving the wrong schedule.
Because you didn't have a wax stamp and a pirate theme. It's all about pirates, man. Pirates are winners.
I don't want to tramp on the mistake of an intern. I feel bad. An intern got fired at the NFL Network.
We can't verify that.
I want to pour out a Monster beverage in honor.
I just got breaking news. The person who put that up there was a drunk Allen Iverson was the guy who had the wrong schedule up there.
I knew he was somewhere. Yeah. He couldn't have been in the casino that long. That's right.